Hi everyone, welcome in. Quick market sync for today. Day 1 of the Fed meeting usually means range bound price action and stop hunting. The plan is straightforward. Ignore the noise in the middle, wait for a false breakout at the extremes, look for absorption in these areas and take our impulse. So let's go. 1 minute to open in New York session. Okay, I want to close footprint for this moment, so we can wait for sweep of our low of this range for today or our high, and then looking for absorption and for buyers or sellers are stepping in. I want to put volume profile on our day on this range of this day. Okay, we are on the volume profile and I want to put our volume profile on previous cash session. So we have reaction here from our volume profile of previous cash session. We're going down. Okay, so we are in bearish bias, and now we also have this reaction from volume from point of control of the day. So let's wait for the testing these lows to maybe sweeping these lows, and when we sweep we can consider a long position if we will see good signs to enter. If we put here volume profile, what we will have, the same array of point of control. Okay, let's wait, and I want to turn on footprint chart. We will see the reaction on the footprint chart when we going to sweep in this. We will looking for absorption of the sellers, and buyers are stepping in, and then we can go for the long. Okay, now we have some absorption in previous candle. We are closing above the POC. We are closing above these sellers. Now we have aggressive market buyers on the delta. But looks like they have failed at the moment. We need to wait for closing this candle. retest, or we are going to sweep this high of pre-market. I don't know, we need to see. So we just have a reaction from this low volume node and very value gap on price action. I think it's not enough to going up from this because we are near lows, and we easily can break this and this to take more liquidity and then go up. Oh, we have big seller now. Buyers are trying to push, and they're pushing, they're closing above the poke. So this seller is failed at the moment. But maybe only in this candle he's failed, because we are now going down. So this is, I think this is a fake. And also this can be trap to get more buyers at this level, get more liquidity. Okay, we're going to the lows. Let's see the reaction. Okay, big sells. Yeah, we sweep this low. Now we need to wait for absorption at this point. Have some buys here. This is our big seller. I think it's stops of the buyers at this point. I want going for 1 minute time frame. Okay, now we have green delta, we have some market buyers, but looks like it's not the end of the swing. Maybe we will have another tap. Yeah, making another low. Now we can try. We need to wait for closing candle, but I want to have more speed, and maybe this cost me the stop. Yes, I see the absorption in the moment, and I think it can be a good entry, so I just be hurry in this moment and trading against the momentum. Okay, let's wait for another opportunity. Okay. Now we see some resistance from buyers, and maybe can. Okay, I need to wait. And when I wait, I often pass the good entry like this. Yeah, very nice. How much this candle can give to us? Okay, absorption from the sellers. And what's next? I don't know. I don't sure that I don't feel confidence. We can go up from this, but it's not good entry for me at this point. And also we can have another tap. Okay, waiting for another opportunity, for another absorption, for another good moment. Okay, big sellers. Again. Very big sells. Also we have this market buyer. Maybe it's not a good idea to catch in the long, but catching the short is too late for me. But short was very good for today. Look at this. If you enter at the position just from the limit, from the point of control, you can get a huge risk to reward just for first 15 minutes. I want to put volume profile on our cash session, so we have our point of control here. I don't see good things for go for the long. But maybe we can try continuation, but I'm not sure about this. Okay, we will see. Have some failed sellers closing above them, but we are going again down. Okay, now it looks like again absorption. I need to be fast. It's not a big stop, but it can be a good entry. Just need to close in this candle above this. Okay, again my bet, very strong impulse from the sellers, and they're trying to catch the bottom and trade against them. Okay, we have here buyers, big amount of sellers also. Okay, and again big amount of sells. Again, looks like we're going to absorb this, but no. Okay. I don't have enough speed at this. I think about that it can be a good opportunity, but if we closing above this, it will be good for me. But this also one sign that looks like sellers are exhausting, and they cannot pushing down more down, and then we go on empty order book, zero prints from the sellers. Yes, now we can go for the testing of a point of control. How much? If yeah, not bad. If we have enough speed, I have just a feeling that this can be a good entry, only a feeling. But I also need to see this on the chart. Okay, absorption at the moment from the sellers. Now we're going up, and this is our main point. We can try to go by the limit, but I don't know, very strong impulse. Need to look. Yeah, we have reaction from this. Very strong reaction. Okay, let's wait. So it's just simple reaction on the first stop, very strong reaction. Yeah, we have big sellers here. I don't know, I think maybe we can make another try to reach to this poke, and then we can looking for the short on the reaction, or we just making this a little range, maybe with some absorption, maybe with another top of this low, and then go up. But also we can keep in mind that we go just and break this. This candle again is empty. It looks like sellers are exhausted at this point. Now our poke is here. Okay, so waiting what will happen. Maybe if we trading above this and we see another good signs, we can try for the long. Now we have absorption from the sellers, from the point of control. They're protecting. Sellers are pushing. We have, looks like we have absorption here. Also we have market buyers. Sellers are continue pushing. Maybe we go for making another low, another sweep. Another big buyer stepping in. Have absorption again. Good reaction. Big seller. But we are continue pushing. Okay. Looks like absorption. Maybe okay, need to wait for closing this. I want to make another sweep. I don't want to enter here if I see absorption to put my tight stop, for example, below this or below this, and get stopped in next candles. Now our POC is going down. And now it's here. Okay, making another low, and what we will see, another impulse down or absorption. Yeah, we have absorption in the moment. Okay, doesn't matter. I have two fighting thoughts in my head. one waiting for closing to the candle and another go for the position, because very good absorption in the moment. But now we will have closing of 1 hour candle in 15 seconds. So okay, wait for closing. Okay. Again, reaction from the point of control, but we grab enough liquidity, and now we can go for reversion. And for stops of the sellers. I want to wait. I think it's early to move our stop into break even. Okay, now we have reaction from the POC. Looks like sellers are going exhausted and buyers can take in control. And also sellers are need to close in their position. They put their stops above this highs to protect their profit, and we can have a very good momentum on breaking this high and going on their stops. Again, we entry only with one contract, so we cannot fix in partials, but we can managing our position in the profit, going with the market. Now it's too early for me. Put my stop under this. Yeah, it's early. Sellers are trying to push. Big amount of contracts are selling, but we have absorption. We have a more aggressive sellers on the delta, but we have green candle. Yeah, at some point we need to move our stop in profit. But we are now trading above the point of control. We have a good amount of liquidity, and we have a good reason to form in a range, not to go in on impulse. So in previous candle we had absorption from the sellers. Buyers trying to push. Okay, sellers are aggressive. Good reaction from the buyers. Good absorption. Yeah, but sellers are strong. But buyers also have the power. Okay, nice. Very nice. Sellers are continue selling. We have big guy here. Okay, if we put in our stop here, it's very small amount of profit. We need to manage it higher, maybe below this candle. So in this case we are saving more profit, and but also this is a problem because only one contract and our hands are tied. So if we're going down now from this, we are really risking to lose all this profit and get stopped. We really have this risk. So this is a problem of trading one contract with only one contract. Wow, looks very good. This really looks very good. We need to break these highs. We have a big amount of stops here. Maybe I will close by the market if I see I don't like this. So we can go up in a choppy way. We can easily break my stop. We can easily make another low. Oh no. It would be very sad. Okay. So I don't save my profit. I don't put my stop into break even, and I'm ready. I'm ready to be fucked by the market. Okay. Maybe we can have a chance because in previous candle looks like not bad absorption, but sellers are continue pushing, and now we are under the point of control. So I don't know. We only sweep this. I really don't know now. Looks like an absorption. Buyers are stepping in on delta. Then what's next? Again, we have reaction in the moment from our point of control. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know what to do with my position. Maybe nothing is the best decision. Again, we have absorption. Sellers are absorbed. Buyers are step in. They continue pushing. Looks very difficult for buyers because of these moves. If I put my stop here, I just be in the profit and I can just relax. And now I sit with this position, with the stop, with this losing profit, which can be, and against the main trend. So I can easily fix here, cover all my previous losses and be in the profit. But I decide to waiting for making an impulse. And now I can get more lose profit and sitting without position. And also it can make me not good mood for next trades. Another absorption in the moment. Yeah, we have, if we are closing green, we have a good absorption. We have this, I think these stops of buyers, but looks like we easily can make another low. Stupid thing from me. I can save profit. I can save at least a part of profit, or I can move my stop into the break even. But I decided to get stopped. Not to get stopped, decided, but it was a mistake. I just have confidence that we can have a very good impulse after absorption, after the reaction from this. But it's just my wish. It's not the reality. Okay, we can try again because we have big buys step it in. We have also the sellers which we absorbed, and again maybe it's only my wish, but I think we need to see the reversion. It's not we didn't see a good reversion after this beginning of the session with this impulse. Also we have gap before, so we have impulse yesterday, we have impulse today, and we haven't good reversion from this. I'm still not sure about my position, and I think my main mistake is that I expect this reversion, trying to catch it, and I'm trading against the trend, and not fixing the profit when I have it. In this trade against the main trend of the session, the main trend of the higher time frame, I think you need to be very careful with counter trend positions, and you need to, if you are right in the moment and go and your position gone in your side, you need to always put the stop into the profit and saving your money. So this was example like not to do, especially here, because I can be in the profit, but now I'm in a not good okay, not good, I'm a bad amount of loss, minus 200. Yeah, minus 200. On the other side I can have plus 100, 120. Yeah, not good starting of the day, of this session, of this trading week. I don't know, maybe I need to make a break. Yeah, I need to make a break, maybe few minutes, make some physical activity to clear my mind. here. So what was happened? Have a good reaction from the buyers, good impulse, reaching the point of control, and again falling down. Okay, I want to look at the higher time frame on 1 day, higher time frame on trading view. I want to see oh yeah, we are near we are sweeping day low of the 1st May, and we have a little gap here. Yeah, we are covering this gap, so now it can be, after this it can be a starting of reversion, overlapping a important level, have this good reaction. We need to look in for the long. Aggressive sellers, so continue pushing. Have absorption from them. Okay. We can again looking for the long. I don't believe, but it's only my believing that we don't go down, that we did enough of dropping down, and now we need a reversion. But it looks really not bad. But I need a good entry. I need a good entry. Okay. I don't like these entries because I need to have a tight stop, and this is a very risky area, and I can easily get stopped. And if I put here, it's too much for me. Okay, so I need to put it here. Again, aggressive sellers, It looks like we have passive buyer which is pushing the price and absorbs these punches from the sellers. And also this is our another try to break the point of control and to hold this. And also we have a good delta, which are confirming that we have buyers at this point. Okay, we have absorption in previous candle from the sellers, so they are really strong, but we are trying to push them, and we have all chances to do that. I'm only not glad for this my stop, because it's very easy to break. Again absorption. Okay, but buyers also can absorb the sellers, like here. Okay. Looks like we don't have market sellers. Delta is green. We only have passive buyer seller at this point, but we are going to break it to punch this wall, and we can develop a good impulse up. Again we see absorption at this moment, this candle. I don't know, have like position and fighting here. Okay, come on, go break this seller's wall. Again. Again, I don't know. I really don't know what to do. I can put now my stop into the break even, because we can see another dropping down to sweep this low and breaking my stop, but also we can go up now because we have a good power from the buyers, we have a good delta. Yeah, we have here passive sellers which absorb these punches, but buyers are trying to push. What we have on 5 minutes? It looks very good, looks really good. We can easily go to this our low volume node. Also this is previous low. Okay, I will put it later if I can this opportunity, if I will be in the position and don't get stopped. So now we have absorption from buyers. Buyers are protecting point of control. We have big seller here, big market seller. They're trying to push. I really don't know. Again, I have a thought in my head. One thought tell me that you can close the position and wait for breaking this low, but another thought is telling me just to sit and watch and just do nothing about this position. Okay, now it looks good. It looks really good. Okay, we have here some fighting. We have good aggressive buyers, also we have sellers. Okay, nice. Failed seller. Okay, not failed. but no, failed. Again, what to do? Do I need to go with the price with my stop loss? Put my stop into the profit now or no? I can put it into the break even, but it's still risky, and it be really painful if you're going to break even and then again make another leg up. But it can be more painful if we go and break our stop. Okay, we need to develop our impulse and pushing price up, and then we can put our stop into the profit. I can put this our stop below this week, but it's too risky to lose the position before the good impulse. Yeah, we are fixing the profit in this case, but it would be sad to losing position, but it would be more sadly if we are losing position by stop into the break even. No, not go to break even, please. Maybe I can put it into small stop below this candle for more safety for position, because it's our point of control. We are trading above this. Yeah, we can make a sweep with this, and I can easily can get stopped into break even. But now after this absorption, yeah, I can put it into break even. Good reaction from the POC, good absorption. I have thought about adding another contract, but let's wait, because we are still in a risky zone and we can get stopped by another trying sellers to push it down, and we can re-enter. If we will see this, we can re-enter with two contracts. Okay, now it looks really good. After absorption from the POC, we have this good reaction, and now we have potential to break this. We have aggressive seller here with big amount of contracts. We have very good previous candle, we have failed seller, we closing above it, and now what? And now what? We need to go in upper. Again, we have absorption. Okay, this was an absorption only for the moment, but looks like this candle wants to be green. Okay, nice. Really nice. My hands are above the mouse and I'm starting to want to put my stop below this wick. And if I do this, okay. Okay, now if I fix in my position, I will be into break even for the day, but I want to wait because we can develop a good impulse. We have failed sellers here with big amount of contracts. Okay, candles closing in few seconds. Yeah. Okay, very good. We need to continue our pushing, our pressure. No, we still not breaking this high. We need to break this. Need to break this, and I can put my stop below this candle. Come on, let's do this. We have absorption now. We have aggressive buyer. We need to break this. We have more sellers here, so it can be a good fuel for our inputs. If we will do this from this point, because also we can drop it down, for example, to this level where is my stop, and make another try. Of course. Okay, but it's good. It's better than break even, and it's better than closing into loss. I'm recovering some losses, bigger part of losses of the day, but I'm not feeling glad about this because I think we can make a good impulse and we can reach to our goal. And it can be a not good feeling when I'm closing into this top, and after this after this closing we are making a good impulse and reaching my goal. It's not a good emotional for me, but it's also a lesson, another lesson every day, another lesson. Of course, it's going up after closing my stop. Of course. And of course I put in stop here, not here, because I want to save more profit. And it's also because I'm losing money before in this very similar, not very similar, but in the similar situation when we have very good entry here, this leg up, and I can fix also very good profit, but I decided to put my stop here, not to put in an up. Look at this. It's really funny, but in this situation I don't need to go emotional. I feel these emotions in my body, but I just watching them, not engage with them. My analysis was right, my execution was not really good with this stop, but other hand, okay, we are reaching to our goal. Okay, yes or no? Where is our goal? Yeah, it was at this high. Okay, now I want to put volume profile on this. So okay, we have the same situation with volume profile of the session and of the swing up. Now I want to see, this is our volume profile of the day, so we can go straight up to this. Now guys can continue going for the short, and this move can develop on these sellers. Yeah, we are now reaching our goal, and we can be closed in a good profit, recover all our losses, and be in the profit for the day. But have what we have. If I re-enter in this area, for example in this candle, oh, it also will be a good profit. Not a very good risk reward, but 1 to 2 is still good. I can try for this momentum, but again, because of making mistakes early, I am going to be more safely, and this more safely costs me a position. Yeah, closing into the profit, but I can sit in my position waiting for closing my goal and be in a good profit. In previous situation, yeah, I don't move my stop into the profit, and then I pay for this. Okay, no need to engage with this feeling about losing opportunity. I don't want to go with the momentum. I think we can go for this poke, and then we can looking for reversal, for reaction down. Also, we leave this fair value gap on the price action, just a gap on drawings, I think. but it's near the POC level, so we can have reaction to POC, and maybe then some reaction from the POC, and then forming a range. Big sellers are stepping in on previous candle, then they failed. Also this guy stepping in. We have aggressive buyer. But I think that problem is not in the moving my stop into the profit problem in the one contract, because in previous situation and this situation, if I have at least two contracts in the position, I can fix in one into the good point. So for example here I can easily fix in one contract, and other contract can be saved by stop loss in the break even, and that's all what I need. And I can develop a very good profit, and extremely good profit. And I trade in one contract to be protected from a big amount of losses, but now I have an idea that maybe one contract gives me more losses, because I can enter without confirmation to catch in the bottom, because it's still not a big stop loss in one contract, and I needed to move my stop in the profit, because I can fix position before my goal. But if I have on the other side two contract, I can fix in one on the half of the goal, I can move stop into the break even and waiting for my goal, and it can be very good profit. In this case it can be 500 of profit, because I'm will fixing if I have to, one here and one will be fixed by my limit order. Now we can have a reaction from value area high of our cash session, so we can have another opportunity. Another opportunity to go with the market up. We have on delta, we have some sellers here. Okay, so we can easily go for retest this, maybe lower, and then we can looking for the long again. Okay, we are reaching a value area. Also this gap on chart. Have some reaction. It's a little bit risky for me entering this point. I need to wait because we can go deeper, and I need to have a tight stop loss. At this point I don't have a tight stop loss because I need to put at least here, and if I put here, it's not a good situation for me. I have aggressive buyer here. We have 2 minutes for closing 1 hour candle. Okay. Again, some absorption. Looks like seller side housing. Okay, waiting for closing this candle. Okay, let's try. We have some sort of absorption. For me, in the previous candle, we're closing above the point of control, which have more cells here. Also, we have buyers before in previous candles, and also this value area high. So this is a good point for the test and go. And look at this. We have this big buyer, so we can go with them. Yeah, this is a good candle, really good candle with a good volume from buyers. If we are reaching this our goal, wow, it can be very good profit. Okay. Again, we have big buyer. Looks like absorption in the moment from the sellers. want to see if we put our volume profile on whole day. Where will be our point of control? Okay, it's still here. Even with the cache session, we have volume point of control here. So yes, this is our point of control, and also our area low of the day is the point of control of the cache session. Okay, we're going lower. Looks risky for our stop. Can easily break this. I think it's obvious to break this, because under this I think it's a big amount of stops of guys who are long in this and put their stop to save positions, and guys like me who enter here to and put stops here under below this. Of course. Of course. Okay. So we can go into here and have the reaction, or we just having reaction from this. Look at this on this absorption. We just stopped early buyers like me from this area, which are putting their obvious stops below this. We have absorption in the moment, and now we are developing a good impulse. This is our absorption. Now we have this reaction. Interesting, but need to close this candle. If we are closing red, I don't know. We still have a good reaction from buyers, but again, look at this. Will we make another sweep and another stop for me? Not bad. Another absorption, but no clarity. of clarity what will happen next. I want to put our volume profile. Yeah, we are still here. Okay. Now we have our value area higher at this point, and I really don't know what to expect from this position. We have again absorption. We have absorption in previous candle, in this candle. So we have a good chances to go up. What we have on 5 minutes. Looks good. Looks good for continuation. Wow. It looks very strong. Just no sellers here. And what I need to do in this situation, closing position, move my stop. I don't know. Really, it can be a fake move, and now we can make another drop down. But now we have sellers here. Okay. But before this, we have just an empty body. Oh, it's not look good. Big absorption from sellers. But buyers are aggressive, and we can push again if we have an hour's power. I don't know. I want to put it into the break-even. I really don't know. On one hand, we have a good aggressive buyers with good absorption at this point. On other hand, we have a strong passive seller here. At some point, one of the side will be exhausted, and then we can make an impulse. Okay, again, exhausted sellers now. So now we need to break this. I have a good profit now. If I close, I will be into break even for the day. But of course, I want to wait. I don't want to close. Only I can do that is move stop to profit, for example, below this. But it's too small. It's very small profit, and it can be easily. Okay, I will leave it into the break even. Maybe if we will see now another absorption, another another breakout of this, and then I can move into a good profit. Again absorption in the moment. So we have passive seller here when trying to punch this vault and to break through it. But what will happen? I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this because at some point we can be exhausting and we can break my stop and I can again lose my profit. This candle looks good. I want to close this in green, and I after this can move profit stop into the profit. Yeah, we have aggressive seller which can be failed if we are closing above it. Yes, we have good absorption. Now I can put my stop here. Yes, I need to save again. As I said, one contract. I will try to go into positions with two contracts, but I need this from a good point of entry. I cannot go here, but I need to do this. I need to do this even from these points, because again, if I will have two contracts, now I will be in $360 in profit. I can easily fix one contract, move my stop into break even and just waiting for this, and I will be sit on the profit, and there is no problem for me, and I can develop. I can be in very good profit for the day with two contracts. Maybe this is a game changer for me and for my execution and my profit factor. Because again, with these stops in profit, I can easily get stopped. Just break this low, it's cost nothing for the sellers. And then I can see another impulse up. Again absorption. Maybe I can move my STP up, but there is no difference, not a big difference from this. But now I need to be fast because I can fix by the market. I don't need to wait for my TP. If I see signs that we can go for reversal. I no need to wait for going up. Okay, I can just do this. This is a good profit. I will recover all my losses and I will be into little profit if I get stopped. We have nothing interesting here on the volume profile to sellers for defend this level. So I think we can easily reach this. We are near this. We have this high of the session. We have point of control of the day. We can easily reach this, but in which way? I don't know. We can. For my stop, it's, I don't know how to say this, but for my stop it's risky because we can easily break it before making another move up. But I can move it up, for example, below this. Yes, saving more profit. Okay, saving more profit. We can be good even with one contract. Wow, very big amount of sales. I want to close my position. Yes, I'm closing. No need to wait. No need to wait for these few pips to a more profit for $50 because I'm also in good profit. I'm recovering all my losses for today and I now in a good profit for the day. So now I need a pause, and after this pause I want to looking for the short from this level. I need 5 minutes of pause. So what we are reaching our goal, so we can not fixing by the market. So it's really funny for me because when I'm waiting for TP, it's often not reaching the TP, and then when I'm closing by market, it's easily going to the TP. Okay, so it's not a big difference. $50 I just fixing, and I'm good about it because it can be everything can be. So now we are reaching point of control. We have this reaction. This is our point of control of the day. Now we can easily drop down from this. We can looking for the short. It's not now. It's not good point for me. I want to see some retest or maybe another sweep of this, or maybe another good sign of reversion, maybe some absorption. If we put our volume profile on our today's session, it's still here. If we put volume profile on this swing, okay, if we put on this swing, we have here volume point of control. Even here. Okay, so it can be a good point if we enter into the short. Okay, yeah, it's really good. Now wait, what will happen next? Do we have another sweep? Because now we see some absorption. I can entry, but I don't like this stop. Okay, we can try. Don't like this amount in the stop, and it's also can be another move up. That's okay. Good point, really good point from the point of control after the sweep. If we put in here above the sweep, it's also not bad, and it's not a big difference between this stop and this, only $30. Okay, we can risk in 100, but I need to look what will happen, and maybe I will put my stop lower or closing by the market if I see signs that we can make another sweep. That's what exactly we are going to do. But we have here protection. We have big seller now. And also I think we will have at this point exhaustion of the buyers, because there is no reason to go into the long position here. We are making all that we can make for this move. We are sweeping the high of the session. We are reaching the point of control. Of course, we can break high of the day, of course, but it's not a good risk to reward for this. We have here aggressive sellers, big amount of sellers, but we have this stop, which I really don't like, big amount. We're risking our profit, our part of our profit. maybe the best decision was don't trade, just go with this profit, maybe. So we make this sweep where was our stop, our first stop here. And I really don't know, we have good delta from buyers. They continue pushing. I need to wait more. I have the feeling that we can make another sweep and I don't need to be hurry. But because after this absorption, I see absorption and I think it can be now. But now I'm really don't sure. I don't want to have the stop. I don't want to make it higher because it can easily be swept of any point of this above this candle. At this point below this high, we can just go for sweep high of the day. Yeah, looks like I'm going to be stopped. I don't see sellers. Where is the big sellers? Where is the absorption? But I see buyers. For what? For what reason I did this? I don't know. Maybe after making the profit, I feel more confidence, and after this, I think, okay, it's time to push, it's time to sell. Big stop. Stop can be less than that I have, but I'm still in the profit after making losses, after losing profit positions. After have the stop, I still in the profit, and I think it's really very good day for me, very good lessons for me, really very good lessons. And I think I think of another try of the short after the C, but okay, I think that I need to end this session for today. I'm in profit, it's good. After all of what's happened for me, it's really good that I'm in profit. I have good lessons today, really good lessons, and its lessons cost me nothing. I'm go with some cash from the market, so I really feel that I will be better after this session. I have some lessons which I need to write down and put before my eyes. I think it's another word used to describe what I want to say, but okay. So thank you, future viewers who will be watching this. I think it's very useful content because it's live trading. It's live trading with good analysis, I think, but also with making mistakes from me, and also making a good moves and describing these moves. So thank you everyone, thank you live, thank you universe, thank you God, thank you all, thank you market, and thank you Nasdaq. Goodbye.